Thank you. There are seats up here, and they say reserved, but I think they were for my family, and they're not here. So come take some seats. All right, you guys, it feels like a week. I know it's only been 2 days, and we have another day tomorrow for the networking, and I want to make sure that all of you know about that and come to it. But I want to end by actually talking a bit about what we've seen in just 2 days that we've been here. A stat that we all know very, very well is that there are 1.4 billion underbanked in the world. Now, the stats that we don't know that well, and we don't hear about them yet, are the ones that talk about how we're tackling this challenge. So the proof points that we heard about this week from so many of you, I have to say it was so cool to walk by the different stages and to be able to go into some of them. And they weren't SDF presenters. The whole point of this event is to have all of you present, and I was so happy to see that. I love my SDF team, but it's really awesome to see all of you engage. So the proof points we heard about this week are from all of you, the builders that are making the financial system more accessible to humans, more accessible to people than ever before. So that's what this week was about, was really hearing from you. So I'm going to read a few stats here. So we had more than 500 of you attend this event, which, by the way, is a huge number for us, because when we first started this event, it was in Mexico City, and we had somewhere around 200 people. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret that the comms team and everybody probably doesn't want you to know. We had to force a lot of those people to come because we had never done it before. And they were like, is it going to be fun for us to go to this event in Mexico City? And then I think it was. But 500 of you, and we had to cap the tickets because the space, and also because we were very worried about the food. I'm looking at the people who were very worried about the food to make sure we had enough. So 500 of you from 50 different countries. Some more stats. You've set up 60 brain dates on 82 different topics, which is super awesome. And I'm going to tell you that my middle son came to this, and he said he actually set up a couple brain dates himself, and he was like, everybody's so awesome. They just want to share. So it's so great that you guys are like that, even with a 20-year-old kid. So thank you for that. The clock's in at 183 hours of learning together, and there were a few top brain daters. Cheers to Adichia Menon, Mariano Morales, Miri Nikolic, and Samuel Opoko. Thanks for your engagement and your thought leadership. For real. Awesome. So in the app, you have sent 448 community messages, and you also joined us in more than 70 sessions that included more than 50 demos of technology that you are all building, which is what's super cool. So in all of these conversations, based on all of those stats that are relevant to us and that we care about, that we really unpacked what it means to unlock human potential. To unlock human potential by using the tools that all of us built on the Stellar Network, and then using these awesome products that all of you are building on top of it. We've identified the challenges that we currently face, and we all engaged in inspiring conversations about how we're going to take this forward and create those goals and pathways forward. So here are just a few things that we talked about this week and the announcements that we had. So on Monday, we announced that EURC is now live on Stellar. Woohoo! It's the second most globally traded currency, and we have it on the network now. So it's super awesome. And then with that, with USDC and EURC, Stellar will be able to move more efficiently even between USD and EURC currency. So that's pretty awesome. And then EURC currency enables the real-time payments that's going to empower builders to deliver all these amazing products. So we really want to see what's going to happen there, just so that we can actually see more of the activity that we've seen with USDC coming to different continents and with different assets. And I hearken back to a statement that was just made on the panel before. We care about all currencies. We don't just care about two. We care about the more than 40 that are already on the network. So we want to see all of them be leveraged as much as we can. And then we had this super cool announcement about the non-custodial wallet that MoneyGram is building. Yeah. This wallet is something that I just am so excited about, because to have a player, and I mentioned this in the very beginning when I talked on gosh, what was it? Was it just yesterday? I think it was, actually. It doesn't feel like it. When I talked about the fact that they're a 100-year-old company, and to have a 100-year-old company who's been like deeply set in the agent network and FX and working on all of these things, build and put together a non-custodial wallet. And I don't know if they told you how quickly they did that with partners, but they did it so fast. And to have it now be out there in beta, and you guys all got to see it and have it and play with it. So I want you guys to make sure that you actually have used the QR code and done it. It's coming next year, but this is what Stellar is all about. Now, I know some people were like, what does this mean that MoneyGram's getting into this? What this means is we actually have a traditional financial player that recognizes the value and importance of this rail and the value and importance of people who didn't have access to these kinds of tools beforehand. So it doesn't mean all of you shouldn't compete with them, sorry MoneyGram, because all of you should, but you should also leverage their MoneyGram access, because that's the thing. They're not going to turn that access off. It's still available to everyone. I'm just so excited about it. I think it's amazing, and I think that this is huge opportunity for not just this ecosystem, the Stellar ecosystem, but for blockchain. This is a great thing that happened, and I'm so happy about it. So we also released the Wallet SDK, and this is sort of based on our years and years of experience developing wallets on the network. So many of you know that we have Vibrant. We built Vibrant. We started Vibrant years ago, and it's actually taken hold, and it's growing in Argentina and also in the United States and Colombia, and also it's being used with in the aid use case with Vibrant Assist. And the thing that we learned from that, and we really built that so that we could understand the network, and we could understand how to build with the tools the network offered, and frankly, so that we could help and make it easier for everybody else to build the tools. So this is what we can do now. We could actually put all of it together, make it super easy to build with the Wallet SDK. It remains interoperable. It's fast, low-cost integration, and it focuses on use cases, not on Stellar details. So it's really awesome, and I'm super proud of the work the team has done to be able to put this together, taking a lot of feedback from the ecosystem. And then this is one of the fun ones, because as I mentioned in the beginning, we actually don't get to see a lot of statistics around the impact. And I know all of us want to have a lot more impact than we have been able to in financial inclusion. But the thing is, what we were able to do is work with PwC to not just put together the numbers about Stellar and what's happening on the Stellar network, but it's actually a framework that lots of people can use and that other networks can actually take advantage of. And that's what's really, really important. The biggest takeaway that I can't emphasize enough is that the journey to financial inclusion, it starts with access. So access and inclusion are two really important pieces to the whole puzzle. Without access, you can't get inclusion. So it's a really, really important part of our journey. And so I'm so excited to be able to have this work. And then the Stellar Disbursement Platform, which for those of you who don't know, was a tool that was actually built in connection and because of the work we were doing with aid, getting aid into Ukraine. So we built this disbursement platform. I wish I could say I had anything to do with it, but I didn't. But it's so amazing what the team did. They put together this bulk load. You can bulk load transactions and get them sent super quickly. And it's really important in the aid instance, but it also unlocks so many other opportunities. I've said this time and time again, and I'm just going to say it now. Payroll is such an awesome thing if you think about gig workers all over the world. And so using this tool to be able to pay people is also really important. So why am I saying all this with a slide about Zodia Custody? Because one of the important things is it's an open source tool that anybody can leverage and take and make their own. And Zodia Custody has done that. And this week we share that. It's the first organization to host the SDP, and now it's an additional avenue for the Stellar ecosystem to be able to leverage this tool. Not everyone can and will host their own version of the SDP, and I am so excited that we have Zodia as a partner to be able to pilot this first and to go out there in the world and say, hey guys, we're here, what do you need, and we can help you do it. So congratulations to them, and thank you for that. And then we had Cheesecake Labs, who's done so much great work for us, and not just this, the SDF, but also for participants in the ecosystem. And they revealed their latest update to the Asset Sandbox. If you guys haven't played with this, it's pretty cool. It's like a no-code way to issue assets, and it's really fun to be able to do that. So it's a starting point for institutions to kind of explore an asset tokenization on the Stellar network, and no code required, which is important for somebody like me who does not know how to code, but I'm going to learn. But you don't need to if you use the Asset Issuance Sandbox. So it's in the test environment, but businesses can play with it. They can test creating, issuing, and managing digital assets. So I encourage everyone to play with this. It's really fun, and it's really great that Cheesecake Labs brought this into the world. And then we have this really cool thing from Elroy. This is an incredible team that also brought us Boss Money, which many of you have heard about. This week we got introduced to Elroy Wallet. It's a new wallet with a comprehensive suite of financial solutions. It is a very carefully crafted platform that sort of understands the pulse of the modern financial needs. And so it was designed to be a reliable companion to everyone on their financial journey. So today they've launched in Mexico, and it's just the beginning because they're gearing up to issue these same kinds of services in Colombia, Brazil, Argentina in the coming months. So push them to make that as fast as we can. We love to see things go even faster. So thank you to Elroy. And we have this new and improved Anchor platform. The Anchor platform that the teams have been working on, honestly, for several years now, they've pulled together different versions of the Anchor platform. And it has been, I mean, you guys probably all know if you're here, but just in case you don't, anchors are such an important part of the network. It's such an important way that we can actually make this network run. And being an anchor and having anchors be able to get out-of-the-box solutions, I don't know if David's still here, but David used to say an anchor in the box, which meant a little bit more than just what the new and improved Anchor platform is, but it makes it a lot easier for companies to be able to integrate with the Stellar network. And before, we used to have one sort of prepackaged tool that you could actually leverage in the Anchor platform, and now we have two in the updated and improved Anchor platform. But I encourage all of you who are considering being an anchor, you should try this out, talk to the team about it. The fact is, without anchors, we wouldn't actually have this amazing foundational part of the network, which is these on and off ramps and sometimes asset issuers. So thank you to everyone who's done that, and this is an awesome step for the Anchor platform. And I don't know if this is important at all, but this is one of my favorite things. I can't tell you how much work that the ecosystem at large has put into this and are still putting into this. If any of you were able to spend some time in Sorbonne upstairs, it was really cool because there was a lot of debate. Sometimes not everyone agreed. But there's a lot of good that's coming out of this. And to be live on testnet, I mean, this is really remarkable. So congratulations to everyone who supported and really worked this through and made this happen. And this gets us that much closer to PubNet. And of course, we don't have a date when the vote will happen, but smart contracts on Stellar are coming. The heart is beating, and we can't wait it to beat on the PubNet. So thank you for all the work on that, and it's super exciting. So this is where I'm going to wrap up. And I'm going to tell you guys that this week, even though I know it was only 2 days so far, but it's been a long time for us, this week was really all about you. I told you on the first day that we see you, those change makers. We see the visionaries, and we see the problem solvers. We see all of you, and not only do we see you, we need you. We need you to make this network everything that it can be and that it will be. And it's been so awesome to spend the time with all of you and to see so much activity. And as I said, to see so much activity coming from players that are not part of the internal SDF. I love that too. But it just makes me so happy that this is truly about this robust and vibrant and amazing ecosystem. And that's what this is about. We're an open source project, and our mission at the SDF is focused on creating equitable access to the global financial system. And we couldn't do it by ourselves. In fact, we're not doing it by ourselves. We're doing it with each of you. And I couldn't be more grateful to even spend a few minutes with all of you here in this amazing venue, doing the things that I love to do best, which is to help builders build, to help builders scale, and to make dreams and delight and joy come true in this world. There are so many people out there that you are already helping, but there are so many more people that we need to help. And so the fact that we can actually be a part of your journey is pretty remarkable to us. So I'm grateful to all of you. Thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you to all of you for being a part of our ecosystem. And thank you to all of you for spreading and making our mission even more successful. So before I get off stage, I want to also say a few thank yous to all the people that pulled this amazing event together. The communications team at the SDF always does an amazing job with our events. So thank you, Lauren, me, there's so many other people. You guys are amazing. Down to the last detail, down to the food, and making sure the room space is right, and making sure the numbers work, making sure you have space to go hang out. It's been great. Thank you guys so much for the team. And also, I just have to say a few words about our creative team, because this new version of us is the version that really demonstrates who we are. So thank you to the creative team for all this amazing new brand work.